Welcome back everyone to Revs Vids. Alright, so obviously, if you've seen this video, this little guy here, awesome. I wanted to talk about a few things, you know. Um, if you want to see like some pictures and whatnot, like I've done some fun stuff with like some crystals and stuff like that out in the garden. I took pictures of him and, you know, it's cool. Check out my Instagram at prad.pride. Uh, Prad.pride. Um, anyway, um, I wanted to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, basically. How it basically means a lot to me. How I was going through a rough patch in my life. I was just going through a tough time where I had switched schools and I had switched back, and in that 1 year that I was gone in a different school, a lot of my friends kind of like forget about me. So, oh well, whatever. I was wearing a little dragon pendant necklace. Somebody goes, "Hey, do you ever play Dungeons and Dragons?" I'm like, "No. Would you be interested in playing?" I'm like, "Let me think about it." I looked into it and I'm like, "Sounds good. Sign me up." I missed the first after-school meeting of Dungeons and Dragons, but you know, we had a nice little group going in the science room. There was Lee, there was Brandon, there was Tom, there was Jen. I feel bad if I'm forgetting anybody, but you know, old age. Ugh. It's been over 10 years. It's hard to believe. But, oh yeah, there was also Skylar. And, you know, we started out, I didn't really know much. I went with an elf rogue. I had a 1d6 bastard sword with a bonus of 1d6 fire damage on it. And, you know, I didn't really do too well as a rogue. I named my elf rogue after an anime character, Atherin Zala. And basically we had a lot of fun adventures. Eventually we stopped doing the school thing and we went for a more after school setting at Lee's parents' house. And it was filled with, you know, plenty of Volt soda, Mountain Dew, bags of Funyuns and Doritos. It was due to this group of friends I fell in love with Meat Lovers Pizza and deep dish pizzas. I also fell in love with the fact that Lee's mom was the best cook ever. Like, I was like, oh my god, I want these recipes. She was an awesome cook. But besides that, after my time as a rogue ended, there was a point where in our campaign we were doing a celestial plains thing where there was a floating island of angels and a floating island of demons, And once a year, there would be a battle that would take place in between said islands when they rotate on their axis and meet. So, during one of this encounters on our battleship, the Peter Frampton, we came across some amorphous blob. It was just black, it was evil, and it would damage us whenever we got close to it. We found out that if we poured like holy water on it, that it would, get weaker, and it went from very black to very white and small, and just very bright light. It was at that point that our Dungeon Master Lee told us, it is time to switch. You're going to create a new character. You're going to create a new character. You're going to create a new character. And we're like, crap. He recommended, like, all right, John, you're not doing so well as a rogue. I'm going to put you up as a fighter. I start researching the fighter. I fell in love with a subclass known as Platinum Knights. Being the fact that not only were we going in with, a lot of demons and whatnot, we were also going against a lot of dragons. One such case was we were fighting a juvenile blue dragon, and Tom's character gets swallowed by the dragon, and he cuts it from the inside out and chops its head off, and we all got crazy good armor after that. But yeah, there was a lot of fun times there. However, when it came time for Skylar to be the dungeon master, I was very upset because he wouldn't allow me to play, and I just was like, are you kidding me? Like, I'd been a part of the group for, about a year and a half, maybe. I don't know. That whole time after high school is all a blur now, but so after Skylar's bit as the dungeon master came to an end, we went over to Dan's house. Dan being a new guy into the group, we also knew from school, and so Dan was the new DM. I don't know if Lee was in that group or not. I think Lee was away for some reason or another, but we did get Tom's younger brother in, we got Dan's younger sister in, and we played. I created a new character. Again, I named him after an anime character in Gundam Seed Destiny, Heine Westenfluss. But Dan, for whatever reason, could not pronounce Heine. He kept saying Hine. But again, I went with an elf platinum knight. A lot of fun memories. It came time to be my turn as the dungeon master, and I spent a lot of hours, like, even during, no wait, I think this all took place before graduation, actually, because I remember being a senior and just not paying attention to any of my classes, like, planning how my time as the dungeon master would go. Like, I made maps, I made, like, all the graphs and whatnot for even though we didn't have minis, like, we just had, like, little, like, stones or whatever we would use to figure out where we were going. I made tons of characters, like, I created a very rich story. And, you know what? It was getting to that time that everyone was preparing for college, getting jobs, getting girlfriends and boyfriends, and it's like, after about, I think, the first 3 hours just sitting at Lee's house, we were like, nobody's coming. So I was left with all this, like, what do I do with all this? Like, I have all these ideas in my head and I don't know what to do with them. I had nobody to play with for years, and it drove me nuts. And, we all just kind of drift apart and whatnot, so. Cut back to a few years ago, I was selling off all my Dungeons & Dragons stuff because, I only kept it around for, like, drawing aids and references. But, I sold all the Dungeons & Dragons. I had 18 books in total. I had, like, 7 sets of dice, and what I ended up going with was a way to fund my new hobby, Saberforged lightsabers. If you want to see more about these, go to my other channel, Acolytes Holocron. However, a few months ago, one of my old friends from my freshman year of high school, he calls me up and he's like, hey, we're doing like some Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, but it's called Pathfinder. It's not branded by Dungeons and Dragons, Wizards, and whatever. I finally got the guidebook and we stopped playing. Like, I got into it, I created my own character. It was like a genie race or whatever, and I was a melee ranger, and I actually still have that. Got it super cheap on eBay, but again, by the time it came in, due to some disagreements, per se, won't go into details, but, we stopped playing. But in that, one or two times that I got to play again, it just ignited this fire of creativity in me again. So, I'm hoping that in the very near future I can get back to playing again, because, again, I have all these ideas just spinning in my head. And now with little Heckle the Hungerer here, I can finally visualize things a little bit better. I went out and bought myself a new set of dice, because these are the only 3 dice I have left from my old days. So yeah, I got new dice. And but basically, Dungeons & Dragons has meant a lot to me over the years. It's allowed a new form of creativity that I just never explored. Granted, I've always been good at drawing. I've been drawing since I could pick up a pencil. While the other kids in kindergarten were doing little scribbles and whatnot, I was drawing Power Rangers. Like, I was good. I still am good. But, it wasn't until like middle school that I started doing stories and whatnot, and poems. But in high school, when I discovered Dungeons and Dragons, I learned actual storytelling. I learned like all these different mathematical crap, like to do with dice and skills and feats, and just all that knowledge is in here. There's more knowledge about Dungeons and Dragons in here than there is like high school knowledge. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of anime and comic book and Star Wars in here, and a lot of gold prospecting in here too, But I just wanted to go over that, like, if you guys want to hear more about different stories I have, like from the old days, the good old days, before the dark times, before the Empire. I'm kidding. before the dark times, before college, before boyfriends and girlfriends. There's some good stories there, some good memories. But I just wanted to, do this kind of video. I didn't really want it to be overly long, but I just kind of want to explain things because I know I've kind of done a couple vlogs on this channel. I've been posting a lot of my game clips and whatnot recently, but I don't know. I just want to do more with this channel, and if Dungeons and Dragons is a way to express my creativity, all for it. Again, I might start painting minis. I don't know. It's just another hobby I'm looking to explore. Hopefully I can get another group going again. If I can get into the one going down at the comic book store. There's a long line to get into that though. But yeah, if I can get a couple friends together to play, it would definitely be nice. I don't think I'll have quite as much of the DM knowledge in here, but even if I just get to be a player again, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, make a little video of it. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, that's about it. Stay tuned, guys.